Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's licensing subcommittee. First item on the agenda is appointment of the chair. Is there a proposer for chair, please?
Anybody? I propose Councillor Cartwright.
Thank you, Councillor Hibbert. Seconder?
I second it. Councillor Phillips.
Thank you, Councillor Phillips. Councillor Cartwright, you've been duly elected chair for this subcommittee. Over to you.
Many thanks, everyone. Thank you all for being here. Okay, do some introductions. My name is Adrian Cartwright. I'm the chairman of the subcommittee. Councillors, please.
Councillor Stephen Hibbert.
And Councillor Caroline Phillips.
Thank you. Clark.
Ed Bostock, Democratic Services Officer.
Thank you. Legal advisor.
James Chadwick, West Northampton Council, in-house legal service.
Thank you. Licensing authority, please.
Michael Sons, licensing team leader.
Thank you. The applicant.
The applicants haven't made any contact with licensing despite our attempts, Chair, so we can only assume that they won't be attending today.
Thank you. The objectors.
No recorded objectors.
Right. Did you say PC Lauren was in? Yeah.
Yes, PC Lauren from Northampton Lighting. Apologies, I can't see myself. I don't know if you can.
No. No, can we just have an introduction, please? Or do we take that as read? PC Lauren's responded to a name. All right. Okay, let's move on then. Has everybody had a copy, or anybody not received a copy of the agenda for today's hearing? And does anybody have any preliminary issues they wish to raise?
No.
Okay. So this hearing is in respect to the aforementioned application for a premise license. I'd like to invite the licensing officer to introduce the report, please.
Thank you, Chair. So we received a review for a premises license on the 31st of July this year in respect to Dracula Magazine, which is located at 82 Kingsley Park Terrace in Northampton. And it was submitted on the grounds of the promotion of the licensing objective of prevention of crime and disorder. The application relates to visits carried out at the premises by the Trading Standards Department along with Northamptonshire Police, which took place on the 28th of April this year, during which a test purchase was conducted and a member of staff was asked for 40 Lambert and Butler cigarettes. The purchase was made and £9 were paid for those cigarettes. It is alleged that the tobacco products did not comply with the legal requirements of the Tobacco and Related Products Regulations of 2016 and or the standardised packaging of tobacco products regulations 2015, and therefore were not legal to be sold or supplied in the UK as a result. It's also alleged that the products had either been smuggled into the country with no import duty having been paid, or that they were indeed counterfeit products. Legitimate packs of 20 Lambert and Butler cigarettes, if they had been subject to the correct import duty and weren't counterfeit, would be typically sold for between £14 and £16 here in the UK. A subsequent visit was then made to the premises on the same day and a search of the premises undertaken. In your agenda pack on this page, you'll see the large quantities of tobacco that were found there. So I won't read out all of them, but you can see them listed in the agenda pack there. It's also alleged that these tobacco products did not comply with the legal requirements of the Tobacco and Related Products Regulations of 2016, and again, all the standardised packaging of tobacco products of 2015, and therefore also were not legal to be sold in the UK as a result. Additionally, it's also alleged that the vaping devices contravened the Tobacco and Related Products Regulations of 2016, which states that the nicotine containing liquid in such a device must not be in excess of 2 millimetres. In respect of the hides located in the rear storeroom, Trading Standards and police officers discovered that there was an electric box mounted on the wall, which in fact moved to one side and was not secured, When moved to one side, a hide was discovered within the tobacco. Hide was discovered with the tobacco products within it. The other hide was located behind the wooden shelving, with further shelving that had been covered with a wooden panel. The review applicant alleges that if 865 packets of 20 cigarettes were sold at the price of £16 each, it would equate to £13,840. And so, similarly, if 38 pouches of hand rolling tobacco were sold at a price of £38, this would equate to £1,444. Trading Standards conducted a further visit to the premises on the 24th of June, and again a staff member was asked for 40 Lambert and Butler cigarettes, and £8 was paid. Later that same day, Trading Standards re-attended the premises and conducted a further search. However, no further tobacco products were located at that time. However, we would note that 59 disposable vapes were stored behind the counter and were seized. The sale of disposable vapes in the UK was banned from the 1st of June this year, and so all vapes must now be refillable, rechargeable, and fitted with a coil capable of being easily changed by a consumer. Further details of all these visits are obviously outlined in the appendices to this report, which are Appendix B, C, D, and E, along with video footage, which obviously will be played at today's hearing. The current premises licence holder and designated premises supervisor is Mr. Pishtuan Mohammed. He's also the holder of a personal licence, but he obviously hasn't attended today and hasn't given any indication or any response to any of our communications. The premises is currently licensed for the regulated activity of the sale of alcohol off the premises only from between Monday to Sunday from 8 in the morning until 2300 hours, and a copy of this license can be found in the Appendix G. During the 28-day period after the review application had been received, and we have the 28-day consultation, we can confirm that we have received no relevant representations during that time, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Does anyone have any questions for Mr. Sands?
No, very clear that. Thank you.
Thank you. Just a question from me. So the tobacco products, are they counterfeit or are they illegal? Have they been tested to find out?
So is that question to me, Chair, or are you asking PC Laren?
I thought it was for you. You've presented the report because there was a couple of times it was mentioned that it was either counterfeit or...
Yeah, we presented the report based on the information that was supplied from Trading Standards. I don't think I would be best placed to advise. I'm only relaying the information as received from the Police and Trading Standards, Chair.
Okay, so there's nobody from Trading Standards here on the police. Okay, we'll wait for PC Laren's report and then I'll ask her. Thank you very much indeed. Okay then. We'll hear presentations from each of the parties then. All parties will have an opportunity to make their presentations throughout the hearing, and at the end of each presentation we'll have an opportunity to ask questions, and please keep questions on what's just been heard. Okay, I'd like to invite the objectors to make their representations, please.
Hi, good morning. It's PC Laren. Sorry, can you hear me okay? Lovely. I know you can't see me. I do apologise. Obviously, I'll be repeating obviously some of what my colleague has stated, that on Monday, the 28th of April of this year, officers working with Trading Standards attended Dracula Magazine, Kingsley Park Terrace, where the test purchase was conducted. At the time, a male worker was described as being around 25 to 30, was present at the time and was asked for 40 Lambert and Butler cigarettes. The worker called out towards a blue curtain covering a doorway to a room at the back of the shop. A few seconds later, another male came from the back room through the curtain. This male gave the worker behind the counter 2 packets of cigarettes. The 2 packets were then handed to the officer and £10 was paid for them and £1 change was given. Money was placed into the till. The tobacco product purchased was not legal to be sold, as did not comply with the legal requirements of the Tobacco Regulated Products Regulations 2015. So the same day, a further visit was made and a search conducted at the premises. The male behind the till advised that he merely worked at the store, giving his details as Dilzar Omar Babika. The following illegal products were found. There were 679 packets of 20 cigarettes in a hide in the rear of the shop, 106 packets of 20 cigarettes under the shop counter, 33 pouches of hand rolling tobacco marked as 50 grams in hide at the rear of the shop, 80 packets of 20 cigarettes in a second hide in the rear of the shop, further 33 pouches of hand rolling tobacco in a hide at the rear of the shop. 5 further pouches of hand rolling tobacco marked as 50 grams were under the shop counter. 20 pouches of shisha tobacco were in a second hide in the rear of the shop. A quantity of empty illegal vape boxes were on the shelf behind the counter that were also taken. 120 illegal disposable vapes located under the shop counter, and 150 illegal vapes located in the storeroom at the rear of the shop. The quantity of empty illegal vape packages, as stated, was obviously located in the front window display also, that was also taken. So in total, there was 526 illegal disposable vapes located in the second hide in the rear of the shop. As already stated by my colleague, 865 packets of cigarettes in total, if legitimately sold at a price of around £16 per packet, would equate to £13,840. The 38 pouches of hand rolling tobacco, if legitimately sold at approximately £38 per packet, would equate to £1,444. So the hides, as already stated by my colleague, consisted of officers discovering an electrical box mounted on the wall, which in fact moved to one side, was not secured. When moved to one side, the hide was discovered with illicit tobacco stored within. The other hide was located behind wooden shelving with further shelving that had been hidden away, covered with a wooden panel. Again, as stated, there is a short video that was sent, which does show this. I'm not sure at what point you would like to view that. It is just a few seconds long, which shows its discovery and when it moves to one side. The Trading Standards officers conducted a further visit, and that was on Tuesday, the 24th of June at the premises. Officers initially attended where a test purchase was conducted. At that time, there was a female worker, and that worker was asked for 40 Lambert & Butler cigarettes. A member of staff was seen to go through the grey curtain at the rear, and another door was heard to open and close. A short time later, the female worker appeared again with 40 Lambert & Butler cigarettes that were sold for a total of £8. Again, the same day, Trading Standards officers re-attended, where another search was conducted at the premises. On initially attended premises, a male customer was seen standing at the counter area. A female appeared from behind the curtain area and placed a packet of cigarettes onto the counter, where the male customer was seen to quickly place them into his pocket. The packet was described as blue and recognised as being the brand Rothmans and not the standardised packaging, so was either no UK duty paid or counterfeit. The female worker tried to deny that she had just sold the item and was challenged, even though this was witnessed by the Trading Standards officer at the time. Officers in turn have gone into the storeroom where there was a door that was found to be locked. The female worker delayed in unlocking this door, and when opened, there was a male behind it. No items were seized from there. But again, behind the front counter, further illegal disposable vapes were seized. There are images which are from AM1 to AM16, which show the items described that were seized from the various locations within the store. Obviously, Northampton Police would ask the committee to consider, in their first instance, the revocation of the premises licence. There is non-compliance with the Licensing Act 2003 regarding crime and disorder, and evidence of continued sale and storage of illicit tobacco at the premises. So the view of the Chief Constable is that these premises are managed in such a way that they undermine the prevention of crime and disorder, evading duty, jeopardises legitimate businesses, and is a criminal offence. Thank you.
Thank you, Constable Larron. Does anyone have any questions?
Thank you, Chair. Can I ask, did Mr. Mohammed at any time identify himself to you on any of these visits?
I wasn't present during, obviously, these visits by trading standards. From what I can gather from the evidence presented by the trading standards officers, I don't believe that he was there.
We don't have a description of Mr. Mohammed to identify him.
Not that was provided, no, not from the workers that were present at the time. As stated from the trading standards officer, a name was given on the occasion that there was a male person there, but no further description.
Isn't it a requirement of the licence that he has to be present to sell to approve the sale of alcohol?
No, it isn't. The DPS, as it's called, the designated premises supervisor named on a licence, doesn't have to be physically present at the premises. So that's why, for example, big supermarket chains will have their general director named as a DPS on about 20 premises. How it works is that although their name is designated as the person, they then in turn designate that power down to whoever's working on the shop floor that day. So no, just to confirm, there is no legal requirement for the actual DPS to be present.
Thank you for that. And one final question from me. In the application where you've marked, instead of ticks, crosses against one of the breaches of licensing objectives you've marked is for the protection of children from harm. Is that still a factor in this application?
No, it's not. No, it's not. That's an error on my part. To apologise.
Okay, thank you for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Constable Larron. Couple of times we've heard that there's some. We're not sure whether they're counterfeit or legitimate but illegal non-duty paid cigarettes. Do you know which one it is? Have they been tested?
The trading standards officer provided a statement, Down Abraham, stated obviously in their opinion that the suspicion is the products are either counterfeit. With regards to obviously with what they found, they haven't tested the items, but obviously have given their opinion concerning obviously their expertise in locating items.
Okay, thank you. You've come about the premises license. What about the personal license? It's the same guy who is the premises license.
It is the same. The DPS and the license holder is one and the same person for the premises.
Yeah, you're not bothered about his personal license, just the premises license.
Clearly, obviously, depending on the outcome of the inquiry, there'll obviously be questions asked concerning his personal licence. If he was present today, obviously there'd be questions I'd be asking him, but unfortunately he's not present.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so the applicant's not here, so he can't speak.
Sorry, Chair.
Yeah.
I did have one question for PC Larron.
Yeah, sure.
Confirm if that's okay. Thank you. PC Larron, so so that the members are certain, the disposable vapes, the basis of their illegality was the fact that they contain more than 2 millimeters of nicotine-containing liquid. Is that the case?
That's correct. They're also illegal vapes, the disposable, which obviously were illegal to be sort of sold anyway.
When did that kick in? That rule, that law? Sorry, I can't remember. Was it that was the 1st of June? Was that the 1st of June or was it the 1st of May? I can't quite remember.
I would have to double check myself to do apologise.
Yeah. I can find that out. I mean, I can. I'll find that out in due course. But I'm just. I mean, if all of them contained more than 2 millimeters of nicotine-containing liquid, then that's enough to establish illegality anyway. But if the laws concerning sale of disposable vapes didn't commence until a day after the 28th of April, then they weren't illegal for that reason. But I can find that information out and it'll be purely factual anyway. But thank you.
Thank you.
PC Lauren, would you like to play that video?
I was advised, obviously, it was sent through to Democratic Services. I have it on my desktop. I'm not sure, obviously, the technicalities of how we can get it to view for everyone sort of to view.
If you'd like, PC Lauren, I can give it a go. I did do ran through a test yesterday and it seemed to work. Whether it's going to work today,
yeah.
not sure.
Thank you very much. Does anyone have any questions? No. Okay. Right. Well. Okay. The applicant isn't here to make any representations. Then. Okay. I'm going to give the parties an opportunity to sum up. You don't need to go through your whole presentation again. Just hit the salient points, please.
As already stated, from Northamptonshire Police, obviously our consideration is that the premises are clearly not managed in a way which is conducive with the licensing objectives. Clearly, there's been several visits conducted by the trading standards officers, and police would ask the committee to consider that the only option is the revocation of the premises licence in the first instance. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anybody else feel have anything to say to the subcommittee? Okay, then the subcommittee will now retire to make our decision. The decision of the subcommittee will be communicated to all parties in writing within 5 working days of this hearing. Details of how to make an appeal against the decision of the subcommittee